Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Scarlet Devil Tavern. Hi, my name is Chloe. I am playing Chloe the Tavernkeeper today, as always, and I am so excited to be joined today by my good pal who constantly impresses me with your freaking talents. You're so talented. It's nuts.
No,
Um,
no, no.
who, who are you? Who are you playing? I'm so excited that you're here.
Hi, I'm Hex. I'm playing Sin today.
Yay!
Sin is new. He's uh kind of been showing up for a bit, for the last several days, making it apparently a new habit. I guess set the scene. Let's back it up just a tiny bit and set the scene a little bit here. It's been just another, I would say, a typical day at the tavern, but when is that ever?
Yeah.
So it's been the usual fare of mild chaos at all points. And there's been a new patron at the bar for probably a solid since the incident with Radical Chloe. There's
Fantastic. I love that this incident brought in new people. Continue.
That's been kind of the highlighting thing is they've been here since that happened, and they've been chill. They've been ordering drinks, getting food. They've also been watching a lot. They have been observing everything that goes on. It might be a little unnerving how much they're kind of watching everybody, but
Hmm.
they don't cause any problems. They order their food, they get their drinks, they eat, they hang out for a bit, and then they leave. And they are doing that again on such day as today, uh, where they are currently at the bar with a drink, and they're just, I would say, people watching.
What did they order?
Ooh,
Very important
it
question.
is a very
Uh,
important question. They started off with a B-52, which is a
mm,
which is a very complicated drink to make.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Uh, for those who don't know, it is a layered drink where you have to carefully layer three different alcohols on top of each other, and it's a shot, but it's very tasty. But then
It's
after,
really good.
it's very good. But then after that, it was just whiskey on the rocks.
Okay, good. Yeah. Very mad respect from
Mm-hmm.
Chloe already. I assume she would be the one serving these to you. She is the barkeep
Mm-hmm.
for the main room.
Mm-hmm.
So, at least if she's not busy with something else, then not today. Um, Today's a normal day, not a testing weird gadgets day. So, yeah, she's down here. Yeah, she's done this. Well, let me do a roll. Let me do
Okay.
a check to see how well she actually did
Okay.
mix your drinks.
Okay. All right.
Um, she is proficient at that,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll find out. We'll get a vibe check. Ooh, okay. 5
Okay.
plus 6, 11. Not great. I don't think that the layers were perfectly
Layered, but like it's a difficult
layered.
drink to make, and Sin doesn't complain. So
I mean,
hey,
it's the same taste.
yeah.
I think, yeah, I think that's why she hasn't struck up a conversation with you because that was the first thing you ordered and she didn't get it perfectly right. And so she's like, ooh, I don't really,
Mm-hmm.
sirs, that just, I'm going to go distract myself somewhere else so that I don't have to face the consequences.
There are no consequences. You will be
For
delighted to know.
herself.
Yeah.
For herself, her own consequences in knowing that she didn't do it perfectly. Um, yeah, but I think when you order a whiskey on the rocks, she takes a bit more interest. She is like she is a she's left the bar
Mm-hmm.
and she's coming back to the bar carrying something that looks like a heavy rock, like a big giant brick. Um, from the back room.
Uh-huh. Sin is eyeing this brick as you return with it. Just
What's your passive perception?
not great. That is a flat 10. So
It okay. Does Sin know what a big brick of salt looks like?
well, they do have the chef feat. So
Mm-hmm.
they are like they are skilled as a chef, as like they can cook. And so I would like to say yes, I can roll a history though. I can do that, and
Yeah, yeah, we'll do that. Mm-hmm.
let me just. I didn't grab my dice. Oh, we'll just use the rolly, the one in here. Uh,
I know, I'm like, I might have to get out my physical dice. Side note
nope,
for
it's R. It's
the
R, isn't it?
oh yeah.
Yep. Okay. Oh well, fuck. Okay.
Whoa.
20,
Yeah, you recognize
25.
it immediately. I mean, she rounds the corner, you're like, yep, that's a giant brick of salt.
Why do you have a
Um,
big brick of salt?
it's a massive brick of salt, and she's seemingly struggling to move it over to the bar.
uh, uh, Sin seems to have an internal debate for a second. Uh, of should I help? Should I offer my help? Yeah. Okay. Yep. You're still struggling. All right. Okay. All right. Uh, this thing is. I'm assuming this thing is like as big as Chloe.
Yeah, well, maybe half her size. It's big. I mean, it's not that big, but it's big.
It's
I say
unnecessary.
brick. It's not the size of a brick. It's the size of like at least 10 bricks.
It's unnecessarily huge. And so
Yes.
Sin will, in fact, stand. And I don't even think they ask if you need help. I think that his first, like, I think his first, like, instinct is to, because it is to help steady it and then say, you look like you could use a hand.
Oh. Oh, thank you. Whew. Thank you. Just move it over here, just this way.
Oh, yep, I can do that. Uh, they're gonna help you move it over.
Yeah. There's just a slot, like a shelf under the bar that's the size of this giant brick of salt.
Yeah. It's also a good
And
thing that they're both doing this because Sin's strength is not great.
neither is Chloe's.
It's
Um,
fantastic.
do we want to roll? We want to roll a strength?
Yeah,
It's
you know
fun.
what?
We have fun here.
I got my physical dice. Let's roll a strength and see what we get.
Cool, 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 cool. All right,
Let me
cool.
get my dice roller.
15. 15 for me, which is unusual.
That is unusual. I just a straight strength got a 5. So we're doing great. I would argue that this was a help, so it's really just to help give Chloe to help you like lower it. So really it works out, but it's very clear that Sin is not comfortable, but not used to being back here, and so is like being extra careful and probably a little more in the way at the moment than
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think what happens, like, they go to slide it into this slot for it,
mm-hmm.
this perfectly shaped hole in the back of the bar. And yeah, doesn't know exactly where. You don't know your way around the bar
Nope.
as much. You don't know what actual level the height that the shelf is at and all this stuff. So
Yep.
she takes the brunt of most of that. You know, holds it also with like 1 foot as well. So she shoves in it. She's like, "Whew, man, I should grab the dolly for that one. Thank you so much."
No problem. Happy to help.
Oh, what was your name?
Oh, Sin.
Ah, Chloe.
Yes.
Well, you might know that, but yeah.
Yes, there is an awkward moment of do I say I know that because I've been here before, or do I just let the introduction hang? Sin Sin is a little bit awkward. It's fine.
It's cool. We all are.
We all are a little bit awkward. It's fine. Uh, they do just like nod. There's an aborted like, do I shake hand? No, no. Not this doesn't call for handshakes yet. And then they look at the brick of salt and very unsubtly, why do you need a giant brick of salt? Or
She
block of
looks at the
salt?
brick of salt, and she looks at you, and she looks at the block. Yeah, block of salt, and she looks back at them and goes, "For salting things? Why else would I? I'm not gonna lick something this big."
Sin thinking back, they didn't have this brick of salt set up like at all, which makes sense because the previous one was worn down to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when it clicks of like, oh, oh, I see. Okay.
I like my salt fresh.
I can
You
see
know,
I can see that. That's
yeah, scraped right off the block.
I have never worked in a kitchen that just scraped it straight from the block before.
Well, then you never worked in a cool kitchen. You've worked in a kitchen before? Sorry, I think I glossed over that part.
Uh yes, I've worked in a couple of kitchens and a bakery.
Would you like to roll insight?
I would love to roll insight. Hey, okay, that's much better. That is a 19.
Yeah. No, you say that you've worked in kitchens before, and there's like a brief fear that washes over Chloe of, oh shoot, this person actually knows what's up. This person actually has an idea of what's correct and what's incorrect, and this is definitely incorrect. This is definitely not how you're supposed to do it.
This is definitely out of the ordinary.
Yep. Yep.
Chloe, you are lucky that Sin is not judging this. They are
Great.
merely taking this in as this is probably a tune thing because Sin is in fact real kind.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well,
So
that'll do it.
they are judging this as this is probably a tune thing. And while I've been in Inkwell for a while now, enough to feel pretty comfortable, uh that's probably just something about this area cuz they haven't been in this area very long. It's only been a week.
Yeah. 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 Exactly.
Yeah.
This is just the area where people have salt
But
bricks.
salt bricks. Sin does see that fear and kind of looks at Chloe and then just, what, are you okay? Did I say something wrong?
No, I'm so honored to be in the presence of someone who actually knows what's up, you know? Someone who can appreciate fine taste.
Blink, blink, blink. Uh, I mean, I'm, uh, I'm not currently employed as a cook, so I, uh, I mean, I,
What are you currently employed as?
does traveler count? They're like squinting in the middle distance, like, does that count?
Depends
I,
on how you get your money, I guess.
Right, money. Hmm. Hmm.
Mm.
I'm between. Let's say I'm between kitchens at the moment.
Ah, okay. Well, I suppose you're in the right place. This is a great place to be in between things. Is that why you came? Were you looking for a job, or just
Uh,
how'd you find us? Where where
well,
was your recommendation from, if I may?
no recommendation. That I'm aware of. Just kind of stumbled upon this place. At a rather interesting point in time. Flashing back to flashing back to headlights just slamming onto the floor after having two drinks. just found just found this place. Thought it was interesting.
Yeah, well,
And
thank you.
you have good drinks and you have pretty deep, like, you're not to not give credit where it's due. That's how words work. Yeah. Um the cook you've got in the back does a pretty good job.
Well, he is what well was raised to do it, and he does it well. Mm-hmm.
Is he the only cook you have back there?
Well, yeah.
Because I've been coming here for a while and I don't think I've ever seen that poor man get a day off. Well, poor goose.
Okay, yeah, okay, so you do know Harold. Yes, well, no. I mean, he doesn't. It's just kind of his one thing. Sometimes he does take vacation time, but it doesn't tell me, and that usually causes delays. We have to outsource catering. Um, he's fine.
Sin casting a pointed look at the at the door to the kitchen. Are you sure about that?
No, she smiles.
There is a
uh,
very clear thinking face going on here.
I mean, sometimes Lewis will help with the food. Sometimes Jade will help with the food. There are people around the tavern that know how to cook.
That there's I gotta get out of the gallery.
Jade tried to teach her how to make food once. That counts in her mind. You made a meal, you're a chef.
You made a meal, you can cook. You're a cook. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
there's an extreme thinking face where Sinatune there would be some gears turning. So you only have one cook, and you have people who will volunteer and step up when needed. You don't have a second cook.
Well, no, I mean, it's one tavern. How many cooks does a tavern need?
I would argue at least two, so that there can be days off.
She ponders this for a minute. Huh. Well, hmm. No, I mean, you have to. No, you have a point. I mean, Harold has been wanting to visit his mother again.
How long has it been since Harold's had a day off?
Ooh, two years?
Sin almost chokes on their whiskey. No, in fact, Sin was taking a drink of their whiskey and almost does a fucking spit take.
Beautiful.
But it's nice whiskey, so instead they catch and swallow.
Careful. That's the strong stuff.
Yep, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Mm-hmm. Here, cherry? She offers you a Luxardo cherry.
Thank you. Thank you. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Takes cherry. Bite. I... Okay. Normally, I don't. Normally, from what I was raised, you don't do this. But I feel like I should do this. Because why else am I here?
That's a great question.
Sin is making prayer hands and is just... Would you like another cook?
I would love another cook. Thank you. I'm so glad you asked. How much your rate? Actually, would you like a room? I can give you a room in exchange.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I mean, if you're okay not being paid, I can give you a room in exchange.
Sin raises a hand.
Yeah?
I've seen how many people stay in this tavern when it closes. Do you really have space?
Yeah, we always have space.
Squint. Right. I'm not gonna question that.
I'm not gonna clarify. She shrugs, matter-of-factly.
I'm not... Sin nodding. Okay. You know, that... I have just been staying... I've just been kind of... I wouldn't call it camping.
Well, you're a traveler, that makes sense.
Camping sucks. I would love a room.
Well, that can be arranged. I mean, as long as, you are actually a chef and you do actually make good stuff and you're not just pulling my leg.
Would you like me to demonstrate?
I think at least an interview's in order, yes.
I can do that. I can do an interview.
Wonderful. Give me 2 minutes.
Two minutes. Oh,
yeah,
sure.
Meet me in the kitchen. 2 minutes.
2 minutes. All right. Yep.
And she disappears into the door behind the bar.
Sin turns back to their whiskey, contemplates it, downs the entire thing. Okay, guess
incredible.
We're doing this. All right.
Incredible.
Yep. Slaps their face a couple of times. Yep. All right.
Great.
Almost at exactly 2 minutes, there's, I would say, a knock. It's... the door swings open, doesn't it? Or am I is it a swing? Is it one of those swinging doors? Okay. So there's...
Yeah.
It knocks, but the door just kind of swings open.
Yeah. There's a singular light in the middle of the room. And Chloe's sitting on a chair.
Mm-hmm.
That has been scooted up next to the island. And she's in a suit. And she has a pair of glasses and a clipboard.
Brilliant. Sin immediately feels underdressed.
Oh, good. You made it. And have a second over. Wonderful.
If I can be nothing, I can be punctual. As they slowly walk into the room.
She starts scribbling on her clipboard, nodding.
I would say Sin tries to read it, but they don't. They're just... They're not gonna be nosy. this is important interview time, so it's time to set a good impression. Chloe can roll an insight if you would like.
I would love to roll an insight. I love insight. Okay, 13 plus 5. 18.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, Sin was like, I wouldn't say they were calm and cool earlier. But they were at ease. They are definitely much more like, oh, this is serious now. Oh shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. All right. This is how this is going. All right. Cool. Uh-huh. And so they approach the table and they are going to, is there another chair or is
No.
perfect. They approach the table and they stand with their hands like clasped in front of them, just kind of like waiting.
Okay. Will you please? Let's see. Take 1 minute to familiarize yourself with the whereabouts of the kitchen
Mm-hmm.
and the pantry. Just through that door right there. She gestured to the next to her.
Okay.
And then you will have 30 minutes to whip up the best dish you can manage. Your favorite.
Ooh, okay. All right. Okay. 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 All right. Uh I can do that. I can very much do that. And so I'm reading a thing really quick, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Cuz they have the chef feat, which means that they can cook special food. And
Yes.
so I was reading that to see how long it takes, and it just says as part of a short rest, so I'm assuming I can fit that within 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So Sin is going to they're going to check around the kitchen, make sure, check where the knives are, make sure that the knives are honed at the very least. Then they're going to check in the pantry, see what's available. They're going to I have to think of something. Sin has to think of something. Uh-oh.
Yeah, what is she making?
What is she going to make? What are they going to make? Uh-oh. Uh, hmm. Hmm. What do I know to make that can take 30 minutes? Sin is going to make... It takes a little longer than 30 minutes, but I don't fucking care because it's my favorite thing to make.
There's magic. There's magic in this world.
It takes a little longer because rice takes time, but it's fine. Sin is going to make a jambalaya.
Ooh.
Because it's my favorite thing to make, and I know how to make that one like while I'm asleep. So there's
incredible choice.
Yep. So they familiarize themselves. They give Chloe a nod of like, okay, I guess I'm ready. Do I need an on-go or do I just start?
She pulls out a stopwatch and then clicks it. Now.
Okay, all right. And so Chloe gets to watch as Sin immediately like scurries, because that's what it is. It's a scurry. Off to the pantry, grabs a couple ingredients. They grab onion, they grab bell peppers, they grab some celery. Immediately start chopping. Which, let me just roll cook's utensils just to see. They have proficiency with it, but I want to see how well they're chopping. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So I just add my proficiency to that. That is the wrong number, not a 26. Just so that's an 18 with cook's utensils. They're actually
Ooh.
yeah, they're pretty dang familiar with how to handle tools and how to use them. And they are dicing these vegetables pretty damn fast. And then they go back into the fridge. I say this knowing what the fridge is, and I'm hopeful to get some sausage and chicken that they can add to this jambalaya, which they also will. Oh, yep.
Make me a perception check.
Oh boy! Do you have perception? You do not, but that's okay. It's just a flat d20.
Oh boy.
That's actually pretty good. It's just it's a flat 16.
Okay. You open the fridge and you find the items you need. You don't see what it is, but while you're rummaging around, something runs out of the fridge.
What the hell? What? Something has run out of the fridge?
Are you saying that out loud?
Yes!
Chloe is gone. She's gone. She's not there anymore. The seat, empty.
The seat is empty. Sin looking between the fridge and where Chloe was.
The clipboard's just sitting on the seat.
The outline where Chloe once was. And then... You know what? That tracks with everything else I've seen here. Let's keep cooking. Sin is watching their back now while they are preparing this jambalaya and starting to actually like cook these ingredients together. And whipping up a roux to do this because you have to make a roux for jambalaya.
Mm-hmm.
They're constantly looking over their shoulder now for the whatever the fuck that just ran out of the fridge.
Yeah, you're like making these things, and there are moments where you, out of the corner of your eye, you see like a cupboard open briefly and close, or you see like something move on the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Different things were like something is running around in this kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
But unless you give it your full attention, you're probably not gonna be able to find it, catch it.
That's... You know what? That can be a problem for later. Because on one hand, maybe they should deal with that. On the other hand, this isn't their kitchen. Maybe that's normal.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. They're not going to assume. You know what assuming does. So they keep going. They keep staunchly trying to ignore this thing while making sure that it doesn't steal anything that they need. Until they get the pot set up to just simmer, because jambalaya's got to just then simmer for the rice for a long time.
Yeah.
I would say it takes like 20 minutes for them to do that, but in reality it only probably took them like 10.
Tune rolls.
Yeah.
You're in a tune kitchen.
Yep. So they sit back, wipe their forehead, and then go, okay, now we can look for that thing.
Where do you look?
Where would have been the last thing that got moved?
You're at the stove, so you're at the middle and the island. Probably like whatever utensil you were using to stir it.
Yeah.
Had like started, something had touched it or moved it because it had kind of wobbled a little bit on its own.
All right. Okay. So they see that. They move the utensil a little further back from the counter's edge. I'm going to say it's a wooden spatula. They move it further back from the counter's edge. And then They start checking cupboards. um,
How long do you think it takes you before you look back at your meal?
God, that's a good question. They're checking cupboards. It's probably like because they do have to like intermittently scrape the bottom just to make sure nothing's sticking and and give it a stir every couple like 5-10 minutes. So probably like yeah 5-10 minutes for them to check.
Great. Great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um
Oh my fear.
yeah, no, the lid or it probably did you have a lid on it?
Yes, it is covered.
Okay, yeah, no, the lid has fully been taken off. And there looks to be a sort of octopus type thing, like a small octopus beast with a one big eye that is using the spatula to shovel bits of it into its octopus mouth.
What? Hey, hey, hey!
And it goes and starts running away.
It's not even ready yet, you
Bolts.
little asshole.
It's darting around. It's you're gonna
Oh
have to do
no.
like a
Uh,
probably a dex to even just try to catch it
all
if
right.
you want.
You know what? Sin is gonna try and catch it. They don't wanna hurt it, so let's try a dex. Let's see. Fuck. Well,
Oh.
that's yeah, no. I don't think against an octopus, I don't think that's nope. That's
Mm,
that math is
oh.
wrong. That's supposed to be just an 11. It's supposed to be +2. 9 plus 2
Okay.
is an 11. Sorry, I fucked that up.
9 plus 11 equals 11. That makes sense.
That makes sense. That's how
Um,
math works.
that's how math works. Yeah, no, this
Let's just fix that.
no, yeah, this thing totally gets away.
Mm-hmm.
And does another little some sort of weird eerie squeal.
Ugh.
And I now it's above the kitchen island where
Uh-huh.
like all the utensils and like things are like hanging. It's one of those racks,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like scurrying along the rack.
Okay. All right. Um. Thinking. Do they call for Chloe?
Do they call for Chloe?
I think they do. I think they eventually. There's like this moment of like they. So Sin. There's this moment where Sin grabs the chef's knife, looks at it, looks at the creature, and then sets the knife down and just goes, Chloe?
There is no answer.
There is no answer. Oh, that's not good. Uh, hmm. They don't that's the other question. Did the clipboard was left on the chair? Is the pocket watch on the table still ticking away or is it gone?
Um, no, I think the pocket watch is gone. I don't think it's
Okay.
there.
Okay. So it's just Sin in the kitchen. Cool. They on one hand, they don't want this octopus creature running around trying to eat more of their goddamn food. On the other hand, they don't want to be violent on day 0 here. That seems like a bad impression to make. See here. They're going to they're going to get a they're going to grab a second bowl and they're going to shovel some of the unfinished jambalaya into the bowl and then they are going to set it not under the creature but they're going to set it they're trying to make a trap. They're
Mm-hmm.
going to try and grab this thing while it's
Box,
distracted.
stick,
Yeah.
bowl.
This is how Toon Logic works, and they know
Yeah.
enough about Toon Logic to know this should realistically work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give the
Okay.
give the pot another stir after that, set everything up, hunker down, wait, hope, pray.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, I don't think I need to. It's like a whiz save for the octopus, but I don't think it's even worth. I'll do it for the fun of it.
Yeah. Wow.
15. It. Yeah. Dang. It does not have good wisdom, so crazy. Um, it it doesn't fall for it immediately. Um, but as you're waiting for it, did you look at the clipboard, by the way?
No, actually,
Okay, cool.
that has not crossed their mind at all. They
Wonderful. Okay,
singularly focused on this stupid octopus.
great. Yeah, it waits and it waits,
Sin is pretending to cook.
and then it slowly drops down, scurries a little bit, stops, and then scurries all the way over to the bowl and starts.
Gotcha, yank. And then Sin pounces on the box to hold it down.
It's making little noises.
Okay. Okay. All right. I don't know what you are. I just know you cannot be in the kitchen.
Can you make a wisdom saving throw for me,
Oh
please?
shit. Oh fuck. Oh shit. All right. Okay, that could be worse, but Sin doesn't have wisdom saves as their thing, so that's just a flat 12.
Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, there's a voice in your head.
Cool. Don't like that.
What are you doing?
Okay. Don't like that. Sin goes very still and adjusts their hat and very calmly says, I was cooking.
Doesn't look like you are anymore.
No, I'm dealing with a problem now.
Was it really a problem?
It was eating my food.
Because you weren't attending to your food.
I'm sorry, and you are?
A friend. You're
Yeah,
doing great. Good luck.
I doubt that.
But watch out for Chloe.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Sin does not appreciate the voice in their head.
Yeah, yeah.
That happened.
You got,
Cool.
you got the thing.
Got the thing. Cool. Caught it. Sin is sitting on a box, a little confused, a lot on guard now.
No, really, watch out.
And I'd like you to make me a dex save.
Oh, god damn it. I do have that, at least. Hey, okay. Alright, okay. Plus 4, 19.
Fantastic. Yeah. I'll mention this whole kitchen has been dim this entire time. Like there's that one light in the middle, which is enough to illuminate the stuff that you need, but it's not great. But there is a clear shadow of something massive behind you. And you've managed to duck out of the way just in time as a massive kind of paw-like thing comes swiping down.
Holy shit, what the oh god.
Have you seen an owlbear before?
You know, I would I feel like maybe not in person.
Mm-hmm.
So, knowing instantly, like, that's an owlbear. That's a fucking owlbear. What is an owlbear doing in what?
No, that's great because it's not entirely an owlbear, but if you haven't seen one before, it probably doesn't. That probably doesn't click immediately.
How much of an owlbear are we looking at?
Like 70% owlbear.
Oh my god. 70% owlbear is enough to clock. That's a fucking owlbear.
Yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, I mean, and it's big, but it's not like it's gonna fill up the room big.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of does a sort of screech, and then just kind of stands there above you on its hind legs in the dark.
In the dark. Sind looking at the owlbear, looking back to the box, which they are no longer sitting on, so I guess the octopus can in fact escape.
Yeah, I think the octopus is kind of, it peeked out of the box and then sort of went back in.
Yep.
It's better to be in there.
It's better to be in the
With
box.
its little bowl. It has a bowl. It's happy.
It's Sin wishes they were in the box right now. Okay, cool. Owlbear. Yep, hi. The rational part says, if you don't attack it, unless it attacks you, then it's okay. So
it is kind of just leaning over to kind of like observe you. It doesn't look like it's sizing you up or anything. It's just kind of standing ominously.
Yeah. Menacingly.
Yes.
Sin is very much not frozen, just staring, and they very carefully back up until they hit the back wall where the stove is. Still watching the owlbear. I think you might be lost. Yep. Cool.
It raises a singular arm with a claw pointed at the stove.
Sin follows its gaze to the stove, to, I assume, the pot that is still...
Still simmering.
Yep. They follow that. They look back at the owlbear. They look back at the pot. They look at the owlbear. They look at the pot. Give it 5 more minutes. It's almost ready. Can you wait 5 minutes?
It sits on its haunches.
Okay. Cool. This is a thing. Cool. Sin is also partially talking to himself now. I just have an owlbear in the kitchen and it's waiting for the... Yep, this is normal. This This is probably going to be normal if I get this job. Yep. This is fine. This is fine. As long as it's not attacking, this is fine. Glance back as he goes to stir the pot one final time, just to make sure.
It's like back on all fours, and it's like it's picking up the box slightly and looking under it, putting beak under box.
You know what? That's if it wants to eat the octopus, it can eat the octopus. That's fine. Sin's not gonna argue that one.
Yeah. There's two beasts in this dark room with you.
There are two beasts in the dark room.
You sure are cooking.
And Sin is cooking. Come hell or high water, I guess Sin is cooking. They don't know what else to do here. Because this doesn't seem like a fighting scenario. So they are not going to fight. They really don't want to fight right now. So they just very calmly, they do, however, take the kitchen knife and slide it into their belt just in case. And then they turn back to the pot to finish it up and like turn off the heat. They still keep glancing at the owlbear. They have not stopped glancing at the owlbear.
You swear it gets closer every time. You swear it gets closer every time as it's like just staring at you.
Eventually, they turn the stove off. They stir the pot one more time, and then they get another bowl. And they very carefully spoon out some jambalaya, and then they set it. I don't know if they would offer it to the owlbear or if they would, they hold it out to the owlbear, and if the owlbear starts to follow, they carefully lead it to the table where they set the bowl down.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yep.
It sits politely at the table and then puts beak right up to it. Sniffy, sniffy.
That certainly is
grabs
jambalaya.
Bowl.
Yeah.
Grabs bowl, slams it down.
Yeah, cool. So the fun thing about this, you get the owlbear, I should specify, gets they gain an extra like D8 hit dice.
Incredible. So it's really freaking good.
It's really freaking good because that's what, like, if you spend a short rest to it's basically mechanically it's you heal an extra D8 hit dice when you are on a short rest, rolling your hit dice to heal.
Incredible.
So it's really freaking good food. It is well seasoned. It is just the right, like, there's just the faintest hit of spice the chicken is cooked perfectly. The chicken actually is flavored very well, which is hard to do when you're working with chicken breasts. It's just like the vegetables aren't undercooked, they aren't mush. They're just perfect. Everything is perfect on this jambalaya. And Sin is just standing there awkwardly watching an owlbear eat their jambalaya.
Yeah, and it looks so pleased. It downs it, it thinks for a second, it looks at you, and then it does an okay hand somehow with one of its paws. Which you're pretty sure owlbears don't have opposable thumbs, but this one does, so...
This one does, and Sin's never seen an owlbear in person, so he's going to assume that this is normal. Until he has a better owlbear to compare it to.
Yep.
He just looks at the owlbear and goes, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Quick glance around. Have you seen the Tavernkeeper?
It also looks around and then goes,
don't speak
And then
owlbear.
it kind of starts like screech laughing. Like there's a weird sound of like it sounds like it's the screeching, but it's definitely akin to a laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets up and it wanders around to the other side of the kitchen island and pulls open a drawer.
Sin is watching this owlbear be very dexterous. It's impressive.
Yes.
It's impressive.
It certainly is, because then it pulls out a tiny little vial.
Hua.
And tries to get it open and can't, and then holds it out to you.
I think a little less hesitantly, because at this point it's become very apparent that the owlbear is at least sapient to some degree and is asking for help. So, okay, fine, Sin will come and help. Comes over, pops the cork off, or pries the cork off, I should say, and then hands it back.
Yeah, the owlbear goes to down it and then pauses and like does a, I guess, sweeping gesture, like go, 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 go.
Oh, okay, all right, all right, all right.
Don't.
All right, all right. Backing away.
It points at the ground and like does a little like rotating, like turn around.
Turn. Okay, all right, all right, all right, all right. Turning around, turning around.
There's a sound.
Uh-huh. A sound.
It's kind of like a big thump.
Sin's gonna peek.
Well, the owlbear's gone.
Uh-huh.
And I need to roll something.
Oh boy.
Nat 20, let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go. Perfect. Okay. That makes this even funnier. Yeah, the owlbear is gone. But Chloe's standing right. You turn around, the owlbear is gone, and then Chloe's standing right next to you.
Ah, hello.
Congratulations, you got the job.
Sin is standing there, like, one hand raised, like, ready to karate chop, like, oh, hi, hello.
She mage hands and turns the lights back on.
Sin
That
pauses
was
for a minute.
impeccable work.
Sin pauses for a minute. Thinks back to the disembodied voice saying, watch out for Chloe. Thinks about all of everything that just happened now that things are no longer being menaced by owlbears.
Mm-hmm.
And puts a couple pieces together and then just goes, was that necessary?
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, there's no normal way to interview for the Scarlet Owl Tavern. Trust me, ask anyone here who works here.
Were they all menaced by an owlbear?
Not always the owlbear, sometimes other things.
What about the octopus?
Oh, George? No, he's George, and she's like going over to the to the box.
Lifts up the box.
It's not under there anymore. She's like, oh, peck. Oh, I gotta. Probably eating all the potatoes again.
So that's normal too.
Oh no, I mean no, not really. I think he showed up like yesterday. I haven't figured out how to get rid of him yet, but
Gotcha.
good timing though. Yeah. Really though, you did impeccable. I mean, you kept your cool. You didn't start a fight. You made an incredible dish. That was tasty as all hell. And yeah, no, you're hired immediately. Yeah, no questions asked.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, I thank you.
No, thank you.
Right. So, about the whole room thing. Does like finger guns.
Right. Yes. I'll show you to your room. Yeah. Of course.
Is
Follow
there
me.
like paperwork that we need to fill out or anything? I know. Yeah.
Paperwork. I don't
Yeah. Okay. I figured. I.
listen. Some people kind of off the grid here. So if I start making one person sign paperwork, I gotta make everyone sign paperwork, and then it makes it hard for people to be like, oh, take refuge here, and then it's like, ah. So yeah, we're just you talk to me. That's how it works.
All right. You know what? Works for me.
Would you like a room on the top floor, bottom floor?
Uh, Preferably the bottom.
Okay. Yeah, that can be arranged. And she's gonna walk you to the hallway with all the different rooms.
Yeah. Uh. So. So the the octopus is George. Is that
Oh, that's what I've been calling him. Like I said, hasn't been here that long.
okay? All right. Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 Um.
It just really was, perfect timing again. Normally it would just be me, so he added a sense of urgency to things that was really, really nice.
Uh. So then. Who did the voice?
Voice?
The voice.
What voice?
The one that warned me about you being an owlbear.
There was a voice that that sounds like a you problem.
Sin staring. Uh-huh. You know what? Sure.
You never heard a voice in your head before?
No, I've heard of that. I've heard of that. Yep.
Okay, well, if it becomes a problem, just you can always talk to me about things. But yeah, no, it sounds like a you thing.
Nope, that's yep. Cool. All right. Yep. Works. Yep. All right. Sin is not going to push that further. Cuz all right. That's something to look into later.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're gonna, I guess, follow Chloe to where their room is.
Yeah. Well, there's two more on the bottom floor. Which one would you like?
Well,
There's one on the
what?
inside and there's one on the outside of the window.
Ooh, I like window.
Yeah, you can get the window one.
I'll take that, yeah. As long as I don't have to worry about anything breaking in.
No. The tavern's very safe.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, the occasional monster or fey creature will come by, but for the most part, you don't have to worry about that.
Do you serve Fae in the bar?
Oh, not intentionally, but some of our patrons are, they come from the Fey wild.
That's
But they don't have the same intentions. I mean, it's not
really. It's more. Do I need to be careful when I'm taking orders from potential people? Because Fae come in and
yes.
Yeah.
No one here. No one. Again, this is kind of a place of refuge and belonging, and people who are here, if they have Fey backgrounds, aren't here maliciously. So
Okay. That's I've I've seen what happens when a cook gets careless with Fae, so I just want to make sure.
yeah, of course. This is this is your room. you got a bed, chest, wardrobe, and of course, if you want any extra furniture, let me know. Extra blankets or anything, we got that, and you can make it your own.
Mm-hmm.
Bring in stuff, screw stuff into the walls. I don't really care.
Okay. All right. That's incredibly generous. Thank you again. That was probably the wildest interview I've ever done.
Yes, I love hearing that. That's great feedback. Thank you. I'll take that into note for my next interview.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Sin is like just watching Chloe.
Yeah, she's like adjusting her hat.
You're not gonna do any
And
other interviews, are you?
no. Well, no. Not if I don't typically hire people in here that often, so. But we really did need another cook, so I do very much appreciate it.
Yeah, I am more than happy to offer my services. I guess I'll. You might want to tell Harold that, or the goose that there's another cook.
Oh no, yeah, he knows.
What?
I mean, he was watching. He was there for the interview.
Where?
He's very good at hiding. He's this little spot on top of the fridge.
Huh. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna hire someone to work with Harold unless he approves them, so.
Sin opens their mouth, closes it again. You know, that's a good point. I
Thank you.
didn't think about that. That's, yep, that makes sense. That makes perfect, yep,
Yeah, and in time you'll learn his lingo. I mean, he is a goose, but there is a nuance to it.
I do have the adept linguist feat, so I can in fact learn.
You literally can learn his lingo.
I literally
Incredible.
can learn his lingo.
Incredible.
That's what having the fucking anthropologist background does for you. All right. Okay. Well, this has been
Enlightening.
enlightening. Yes, that's the word I was going for. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. No other words. Yep. I guess I'm going to get settled in then. Thank you again, Chloe.
Yeah. Thank you, Sin. It's a pleasure to have you around.
It's likewise. And this time they actually do extend a hand.
And she'll give you a nice firm handshake.
Hey, all right.
Welcome to the tavern.
Thank you. I look forward to it. And they'll step into their room and close the door.
She'll leave you to it.
Yep, close the door.
Yeah.
Flop on the bed. Okay, that happened.
Oh, you're going to be a fun one.
I already have enough voices in my head. What do you want?
Not just a voice. Don't worry, we'll meet soon.
I don't like that.
Oh, nothing to be scared of.
Who says I'm scared?
I look forward to our proper meeting. Welcome, Sin. You made it in the nick of time.
That's unnerved. That's... Alright. Okay. Sin doesn't have much else to say to that. Just, alright.
Sin doesn't get anything else, so.
Yep, cool, awesome, great, love that. Love that, cool. They're gonna just stay sprawled on the bed, eventually fall asleep. Yep. I think that's, yep.
Welcome to the tavern.
Welcome to the tavern.
Yay!
Hey!
Thank you for playing with me and letting me throw you into a bunch of situations.
No, that was fun. I had no idea. That was great. I expected shenanigans. I did not expect an owlbear.
No one expects the owlbear transformation.
I should have, because it happens so frequently, but I didn't.
It's been happening more frequently recently. I don't know why. It's like she forgot. She forgot, and then she remembered that she had a bunch of owlbear potions in her pocket, and she went, ah.
I know how to make this fun.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, thank you for playing with me. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Welcome, Sin, officially to the tavern.
Yeah!
Yay!
And I'm stopping my recording.
All right. Bye!
Bye!